Great. Let's dive into the exercise. So we're gonna work. We're again building on this same homepage that we've been building out in the previous exercise. Now we're going to add something to the right that's got a list of popular tags. So we're going to use list.map to iterate over a list of tags and actually display in the right hand side there a list of whatever tags there are. So let's hop over here. Hey, the terminal came up this time. Great. And go into part 2. So once again, we see the same kind of stuff that we did before. There is a new directory down there called source. So typically speaking, when you do your Elm programs, it's not normal to put all your files in the top level. Usually you put them in a subdirectory, and usually that subdirectory is called source. So compared to the previous one, I've moved us a little bit closer to sort of the way things are done in normal Elm applications. Contents of source, we have only one file, main.elm, so all I did was move it into there. However, that does mean that we're going to run the build a little bit differently than we did last time. So if I open up the README here, we'll notice that now instead of elm make main.elm, it's elm make source / main.elm. Otherwise, everything else is the same as before. Let's go back here and compile that. Okay. And also worth noting that previously we had in the browser had the part1 index.html up there in the location bar. We do need to open a different index.html for part 2. It's going to be different than the part 1 index.html. So you can see over here we have the same header as we did before, but now we have this popular tabs thing over there on the right. Let's take a look at the code that we're going to be working on to actually populate that thing, because right now popular tags is looking kind of sad with no actual popular tags yet. All right. So here we have the same module structure as before, the same imports as before. Again, not quite going to cover that yet. We now have a function called viewTags, and it takes as an argument a list of tags. And we have a let expression inside. So we have a to-do for what we're going to do in there. And then we also have a viewTag function, which ultimately viewTags is going to end up calling. And finally, we have our main, just like before, which has another let expression for the tags. Currently, these are hard-coded, but in the future, we will move them into something that we actually get from the server. And then finally, we have a third to-do down here. So there are a grand total of 3 to-dos. First up, we have inside viewTags. Then we have another one inside viewTag. And finally, we have one inside of main.